This is the Good, the Bad, and the Tarot, and I am just wanting to let you guys know that I'm trying something new. I'm trying out these weekly love forecasts. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do them. It was a little slow over the last 2 weeks, so I thought this is something that I've always wanted to do anyway. We'll see how long I can keep it up, but yeah, you can let me know in the comments how you like them. These are shorter format readings. They're not going to be as long as my love forecast that I do every month, obviously. So, for your reading today, I am going to be using the Steampunk Tarot as my primary tarot deck for clarification of cards. I will be using the Chicoli Tarot Mini, and I'm going to be pulling an oracle message at the end of your reading. So if that sounds good, let's go ahead and get started with your week of March 6th through the 13th love reading. Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading. This is for all my Aries suns, moons, and risings, and those on the cusp for the week of March 6th through the 13th. Spirit, what are the love messages and energies you have for the sign of Aries for the week of March 6th through the 13th. This is for all my Aries suns, moons, and risings out there, and those on the cusp. What do they need to know regarding their love lives for the week of March 6th through the 13th? Aries suns, moons, and risings, and those on the cusp. We're going to do your present situation, the recent past, the near future, move these down, the reason, and your potential. And at the bottom of the deck we do have the Four of Pentacles, which indicates, the first thing that came to my mind was saving. But it can also say that there's more of a conservative energy around you, keeping the status quo. This can say that you're holding on to people, feelings, not opening up a lot. Let's look at your cards. Okay, the Three of Cups in the center, and it is reversed. This is your present situation. Okay, let's look at the recent past. You have Strength in reverse. The near future, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. The reason, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. And your potential, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. Let's see. Let me move the camera a little bit closer. So, what I'm seeing in your present situation, some of you are, with the Three of Cups in reverse, having some issues with a group of friends. Now, if this is a love triangle that I'm seeing here, there could be issues with feeling accepted in that love triangle. There could also be issues with feelings of loneliness or feeling like you're not fitting in. In terms of a love relationship, this can be that there are people gossiping behind your back, or that you feel left out of a certain group situation. This may also talk about a celebration or a party that did not happen. Like, for example, you were supposed to get together with someone, and maybe it did not go as planned. Okay. For the reason, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So some kind of pressure situation here. You may have felt pressured or under some kind of stress here. Maybe a little bit too much of a stressful situation with a group of friends or a party, a social event that maybe wasn't going as planned. In the recent past, you have Strength in reverse. So this is some kind of, it could be that your bonds with your significant other are weakening, or you may feel, you might have felt like very strong emotions towards someone, not good ones though, maybe more, for example, strength in reverse to me represents fierce hatred or a weakness, feeling a weakness for someone. So really it's a situation where I am seeing more than one person in your present situation. You might just be feeling a little bit left out here. And with the Nine of Swords in reverse, there's a lot of pressure and anxiety building up here in terms of the reason for this. I'm even getting, like, for some of you, there could be social anxiety. There may also be, for example, with the Nine of Swords reversed, what was it that I wanted to mention with that? Peer pressure. Some kind of weird peer pressure thing going on here. In the near future, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is some kind of emotional exhaustion. It could also be like a feeling of numbness emotionally. For some of you this week, what I'm seeing towards the end of the week is a need to replenish yourselves emotionally, because there might have been a rejection here in terms of love, or you may just feel like you have nothing left to give in a specific relationship and you just feel very drained. Now the potential is the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is saying that there needs to be better communication in a relationship. When it's reversed, it's saying that there are lies being told, or there's issues with the truth coming out about something. Okay, let's take a look at that. Ace of Swords in reverse. What do we need to know? Because this is like in the potential position, so this is what could happen. Okay, there's a bunch of cards. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, which is like fantasizing in your past options. Then we have Death. The Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So in your potential situation in the past, I do see that you had lots of options, or you were sort of in a fantasy type place here, where there was nothing very specific happening. It was more nebulous. And then you have Death here, which is saying that there was a change, something changed, or there was a transformative area of your relationship that was happening. With the Six of Wands, I do see victory for you, but there's also this feeling of loneliness or alienation or being left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles coming up in the future. Let me take a look at the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is a focus on the body. It's also saying that you could receive a message, or you may be thinking about sending a message. Pages are also new beginnings here. So it's saying that they're, okay, yeah, here's the new beginning, the Ace of Pentacles. Healthy grounding, needing to ground yourself. But this is actually a very positive card, very positive message coming up. And we have the Four of Swords, which means, to take a break. There may be a break coming up. Nine of Pentacles, which says that you're going to be doing fine on your own. But I'm not seeing any cups coming up here. So there's a need to ground yourself so you can start this new beginning. Take a break. And I do see someone who's doing very well financially, who can stand on their own 2 feet. I want to talk about the Three of Cups in reverse. Why, Spirit, is the Three of Cups in reverse? Six of Cups. Okay, this has to do with something from the past, possibly someone from the past. This is about nostalgia, kindness, sweetness, and innocence. Again, this Three of Cups could be that there was an unhappy love triangle in your past, or maybe there was issues with friends from the past coming back. see. Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse? We have the Knight of Wands. This is a fire sign energy. Some kind of fun situation here. And then the Ace of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Swords is all about cutting away. It can be a double-edged sword, so there's this need to come out with the truth about something. Interesting. In your present situation, I do have the Knight of Wands, which is a fire sign energy. It's more of a flash in the pan type thing. With the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And then in the future, I do have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's definitely a new beginning here for you on the mental and also in the physical realm. A need to be completely honest with yourself and ground yourself, Aries. Because in the recent past, I do see weakening bonds here. I do see weakness. This could be actually someone feeling ill. You may be dealing with the sign of Leo back here. But with your overall energy with the Four of Pentacles, it's saying that you kind of need, I kind of see you trying to keep the status quo here, trying to not open up too much. You may just be needing to conserve your energy at this time. Okay, we have two cards that popped out. We have Five of Swords, Win or Lose, and 20 Blossom, which resonates with the Sun. So this card is about choosing your battles, okay? And the Sun talks about clarity, letting your inner light shine. I'm going to start with this one first. Keywords are awaken, transform, stretch, possibilities, direction, and growth. Matters of the heart are much like flowers. In the bud stage, the relationship is in a state of potential. It requires loving care and attention to help it grow, develop, and bloom. The people involved in the relationship must be willing to trust and open themselves to each other. With the proper amount of nurturing, the relationship will blossom and bring beauty to the lives of those involved. It's time for you to nurture the potential of your relationships. New life and love are waiting for you. And then we also have the Five of Swords here, win or lose. Okay, so there's that more of a conflicting energy with this card. Keywords are disagreement, ego, detach, love. Often in matters of the heart, people find themselves in disagreement, set against one another in a battle of wills. Ego takes the place of intellect. Greed overtakes generosity. The love in the relationship is forgotten in the desire to win. But where there's a winner, there's also a loser. The partners are no longer equals, and the relationship can falter or completely break down. At this time, be cautious about letting your ego trick you into acting in your own self-interest, especially at someone else's expense. If another person is trying to provoke you, do your best to remain detached. Solve disagreements in a way that makes everyone a winner. Find the middle ground where each person yields just a bit, but just enough. Let love be your guide in dealing with conflicts around matters of the heart. In the end, it's not winning that matters, it's the love. Very cool, Aries. Well, I wish you guys the best this week, and thank you so much for tuning in.